Well, hello there. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining. Welcome to your Vape at 5. I am your host. I am BlackCat's. Today, well, we got a featured builder today. Featured builder. The featured builder we're going to be looking at is VapingElevatorGuy. Fantastic builder from Canada that I am super excited to bring to you guys. I've known Dylan for a little over a year, about a year and a half maybe. Throughout the community and through his building and everything, and just a fantastic guy. I am really excited to show you some of his work. He's really amazing. The guy is really amazing, and I think the progression that he's made in vaping is going to be something that's really going to be inspiring. Hello!
What the hell do you want now?
I got a computer.
This big-ass box is a computer.
Big-ass box. Has a computer on the outside, doesn't it? The box.
No.
Yeah, it does. There's a picture of a computer on the box, Veronica. You see that?
I can't make it out.
That's what it is. Oh. Thanks. She interrupted the show. But that's one of my announcements I have to make. Announcements! I gotta make some announcements. First announcement is we're doing Vaping Elevator Guy, which I'm fantastic about. I will talk about here shortly. The second announcement I have, all these months, failures, successes, few and far between. Volume problems, camera problems, connection problems. They're all solved. All solved. All of them. They're all solved because the patrons providing me with enough cash flow to buy a new computer. I want to thank every single one of you guys who've supported me through this. Thank you very much. It was my goal when I first started it to cover expenses and to buy a new computer. Well, I'm covering expenses, and I am getting got a new computer. I bought it secondhand. I got a really, really good deal on it from Jesse Stucker, who is Stand Up 3D. I mentioned this on Friday. So it's here. It's actually right behind me. I've got to try to hook it up. Maybe not tonight, but later this week. I'm going to get everything hooked up. And I'm really excited to be able to, I'm going to be able to do more stuff with the show now that I couldn't do before because I was limited by what kind of computer I had. So it's really, really exciting. So thank you. All right. So what's happening, everybody? I'm going to go through and say hi to everybody, but quickly, I'd like to give you a quick story of how. I forgot to ask. How was your Big G? How was your weekend? Joshua, how was your weekend? Good. Did you have a good weekend? Everything went well? Everything went as planned? Well, that would make you completely different than me. I did not have a good weekend. I had to go and tell my dad that he is not allowed to drive. Now, my dad is 89 years old. He doesn't like to be told what to do. He has never liked to be told what to do, ever. Now that he's 89, he really does not like to be told what to do. Well, I went over his house. His driver's license had expired about 7 months ago. So I talked to the DMV, and they're like, look, you got to bring the guy in. He's got to do a full test to pass. I'm like, there's no fucking way this guy's going to pass this test. So he went to the DMV, went to 2 different DMVs. He could not wait in line. The line was long. I'll give him that. We were like 50 down. Literally, we had like number 84, and they were on like number 30. We're like, you really want to sit here for 54 more people? And they're like, nah. So we took off. So we went to the second one, same thing. So he couldn't take his test, which he has no chance of passing at all, even though he thinks he's going to walk in and be like, hey, I need a driver's license. Give it to me. And they're going to be like, okay, you're that guy. You're the guy we give a license to for no reason. Anyways, went back to the house. I told Dad he could not drive. I'm like, Dad, look, you can't drive anymore. He's like, okay. I was like, are you going to drive? He's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to drive. I told you this story on Friday when I talked to him on the phone. He's like, yeah, I'm going to drive. I was like, you're not going to drive, Dad. You're not allowed to. Okay. Okay. Well, so I'm like, Dad, give me your keys. I was like, just give me the keys to the car. That way I have peace of mind that you're not going to drive around. He's like, nope. I'm like, Dad, can you give me your keys, please? Like, we don't know. We're going to have, I can't leave until I have them. Can you give them to me? No. Okay. So I was like, well, I was like, Dad, if you're going to do it this way, then I've got to do something. I said, I can't leave here without stopping you from driving. You don't have a license. I don't want you in jail, and I certainly don't want you to hurt someone. You know what I mean? So, like, if you don't have a license, you can't drive. So I got in the garage and popped the hood. And first I'm thinking, well, I'll just unhook his battery. I'll just unhook his battery. You know, he won't be able to. Then I thought about it. I was like, my dad's a mechanic. Like, he was a mechanic, so he'll figure that shit out. Like, wasn't like a full-time mechanic, but he did that in the military. And a few years back, obviously, when he's in the military, like Korea time. But, you know, he knows about cars. And unhooking the battery is not going to work. So I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I opened up the fuse box. And I pulled like 4 big fuses, like the ignition, starter, transmission fuse, all those fuses out, stuffed them in my pocket. Well, he caught me. As I'm out there in the garage pulling all these fuses out, he comes out. He's fucking furious. He's like, what are you doing? Quit messing with my car. I'm like, Dad, you can't let you drive, man. So instead of like saying, get out of there, he tries to take the hood and slam it on me. I'm like, whoa! So I jump back. Like, okay, Dad, well, I was like, you're going to be like that. Like, I'm going to take off. I'm done. He's like, you're an idiot. I'm like, well, I'm an idiot with these 4 fuses and you ain't going fucking nowhere. Put them in my pocket, walking out. As I'm leaving, he's like, hold on. And he looked at me and I was like, I know what's going through your mind, Dad. You're thinking about getting a gun and shooting me. And sure enough, he ran back to his bedroom, I'm assuming, to get his gun, but I was one step ahead of him because I know where he keeps his 32, and I hit it before I took the fuses. It was in his dresser drawer. I took it and moved it to another spot and shut the door, so he couldn't find it. So Veronica and I made it out of there scot-free, and I have the fuses, so he cannot drive here. So that's funny. He called me like 3 hours later. He's like, hey, Dad, what's up? He's like, I can't drive. I'm like, you can't? I told you, Dad, you can't drive. He's, well, car won't start. I'm like, what'd you do to it? I'm like, nothing, Dad. I stopped it from driving, so you can't drive it. No. You gonna come over and fix it? I was like, no. Not until you get a driver's license, Dad, you can't drive. That was my weekend. It was actually, you know, what's one of those things when you have you get to a certain age as an adult, you have to take care of your parents. And unfortunately, like, one of the things you have to do is protect them from themselves. And I knew that nobody else was going to do it. So I had to take matters into my own hand. And you try to keep a lighthearted spirit about it. Obviously, you know, we want him to do things and be active. And we have, like, things in place for him to be able to do and remain fairly active. You know, he's not going to be free to go anywhere, like drive around. But, you know, sometimes you have to put a stop to that. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. Glad I could share it with you. All right, now let's go through and see how everybody's doing. Say hi to everybody. He was gonna shoot me. He was. He went back there looking for it. He's probably still looking for it. He found it. I hid that shit. Addy Tooney, what's up, Addy? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Glad you are here. I've got a super exciting announcement that I'm gonna make it right now. Let me have a drink of coffee. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm overwhelming myself. I'm a little energetic. It's Monday. You know, I like Mondays. Mondays are, you know what? There's so many things that could happen this week. So many great things that could happen this week. You never know. You never know what it could be. I could win the lotto this week. I could be a fucking millionaire, Big G. And you'd have no clue. You'd have no clue you're looking at a multi-millionaire right now. And I know it. Probably won't happen. But it could. Very well could. Winners of the lotto didn't think on Monday they were going to win the lotto, did they? But I bet you they did. Because they did. Yeah. I got an announcement. Let me have Vape. I'm going to tell you. Are you guys on the edge of your seats? Are you on the edge of your seats? You should be. Or maybe in the middle of this. I don't know. Probably on the edge of your seats. Hold on. Vaping my signature juice from Jane. We have agreed, and we are in production of the new Cat Whiskers, Black Cat, White Face, signature e-juice. It's fabulous. You guys are going to like it. I think you guys are going to like it. I like it. Jane's fantastic. She's the best. So she's putting it together for us. All right. So Mr. Addy Tooney, I received a package from him on Saturday. Inside this package is how many sets? 6, 7, 8 sets. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sets of coils. Well, what does that mean for you, you're wondering? Because you don't really care that I have 7 sets. Well, you may care. You may care. He also put a really nice note in here, which I kept, which is fantastic. Thank you, Addy. He is going to be a featured builder here on the Vape at 5. So I am like thrilled because Addy is one of my heroes, and I'm super, super thrilled to show him off. on the show. He is going to be following Selena. So he will be on April 8th, will be his, without any interruptions or movements of weeks. If we go straight out the way we're going now, he's going to be the second week in April. He will be our featured builder. Thank you, Addy. Super happy, man. Very, very honored to have you. Big G, what's up, Big G? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Glad you are here. Black Cat Whiteface, that's me. I'm here. I'm ready. I almost got shot. Literally. It went through his mind. I know he was thinking it. I could tell. But like looking at him, like, this motherfucker's gonna shoot me. He's gonna shoot me if I don't fucking fix his car. I was like, let's go. Veronica, grab your stuff. She's like, what? Like, grab your stuff. We gotta go now. Get to the chopper. Princess Skater, what's up? Get to the chopper. Veronica. We made a speedy getaway. It's like robbing a bank. We like got in the car like driving away. I'm fucking cracking up. She's like, what are you laughing at? I was like, I took his fucking fuses. You took his what? I'm like, good luck. She's like, can he start the car with that? I was like, fuck no. He ain't getting there's no spark to start it. No, well, can he get new ones? I'm like, well, probably. If you can find them for a 1999 Buick, they're probably not the same anymore. I don't think. Oh, they could be. I don't know. Bones, good to see you. Cal's Irons, man. $1 million swell. Great to see you, Cal's. Glad you're here. Charles McLaren. Baron. What's up, Baron? How you doing, man? Charlie! What's up, Charlie? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Glad you are here, sir. Clean as fuck clothes. What's up, Freddie? How you doing, man? Great to see you. I am super glad you are here, sir. Clint Johnson. What's up, Clint? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Glad you are here, Mr. Dustin Kendall. What's up, Dustin? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Chatted with you a bit today. I hope you're doing well. Fabian. What's up, Fabian? Fabian, I'm still vaping those coils you sent me. Still vaping them and really enjoying them too. Fantastic job. They're really great as far as flavor. The metal you used is good quality. They're not wearing out at all. I've cleaned them twice and they look brand new. Absolutely brand new. I know you can't see them at all, but trust me, they look fucking brand new. And of course I use good juice, so I'm not clogging them up or getting them all messed up anyway. But thank you for the coils, man. They're awesome. Frank, what's up, Frank? Oh, Frank. Frank. How you doing, Frank? First off, Frank, you doing well? Monday? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going great with you, Frank. You know why? Oh, well. Frank, here. Had a kind of a big mail day on Saturday, Frank. Frank, you know, me, you, and the mail, we don't always get along. Well, Frank, I forgot to send it. So, your winnings are right over here. I will get them in the mail next Saturday. I almost messaged you. I was like, I don't want to ruin this weekend. I'll be like, fuck you. Like, no. I completely did on accident. I came down here because I had to build yesterday. And I was building. I saw a package. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, who's this? And I looked at the name. I was like, oh, no. Anybody but Frank. Anybody but Frank. Of course, it's Frank. Good to see you, man. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to win. I'm going to send you an empty envelope again. That's what you're going to get. No, Frank, I'm kidding. I'll send it out Saturday. Great to see you, man. Glad you are here. Graham Digital Jobs, what's up, Graham? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Glad you're here. Joshua, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Lewis Miller, new. Hey, Lewis. How you doing, man? Welcome to Vape at 5. I'm Black Cat. I'm badass. Like, you know what? Listen, Lewis, between me and you, a lot of people don't know that I'm like the best coil builder in the universe. Peep chat. Tell Lewis that I am the best coil builder in the universe. People don't know that. They forget. Like, I was talking to Tobias. He's like, you build coils? I was like, what? I was like, you haven't seen the Intergalactic Championships? I'm the fucking greatest. You haven't seen that? Lewis, you seen them? Probably have. That's why you're here. Glad you're here, Lewis. Thanks for joining. Lou Rigno, what's up? What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Mad Viking, what's up, Viking? How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. Glad you're here. Mr. Pebble. My Bebble. What's up, Mr. Pebble? How you doing, sir? Great to see you. Wheeler, Putt. What's up, Putt Wheeler? How you doing, brother? Great to see you, sir. Mr. Rick McCraw, soon to be a featured builder. Great to see you, Rick. Glad you are here, my friend. Ricky Mahoney with Ricky! Sorry, Ricky. I have to do this. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid, and like maybe like 1% of you will get it. But sorry your mom blew up Ricky. I'm sorry. You guys know what that is. And Ricky probably knows, because he's probably heard it like, probably every other day for the rest of his entire life. And he's probably like, I fucking hate that joke. Just like when somebody says, beam me up, Scotty. I'm like, I've heard that since I've been like 3 years old. Since my ears worked and I knew what words were, I understood the English language. Beam me up, Scotty. I've heard that like 1,000 times. You probably feel the same about that. Scotty, what's up? Simple Vapes, how you doing, man? Great to see you. Glad you're here. Bristol Vapor, what's up? Bristol, how you doing, brother? Great to see you, man. I'm glad you are here. Tracy, what's up, Tracy? How are you, hon? Great to see you. Vapor Swaggins, man. How you doing, Swaggins? I'm glad you joined, dude. Good to see you. I am super glad you are here, sir. All right, did the high-end vape show. I didn't get a chance to watch it yesterday. Swaggins. I didn't get a chance. I love watching that with you guys. You guys have a great chemistry and just really, I just adore all you guys on the show. Just fucking awesome people. So I will make sure I watch that today. I had like a bunch of shit. I had a build yesterday all day. And it, like, I'm very, as you can probably imagine, I'm very fucking slow at everything I do. And I was basically building for like 5 hours straight. And I didn't get to do anything. Then when I got done, my wife and I watched some show on Michael Jackson. Did you guys see this? About his pedophilia and things like that. It's fucking awful. Like, it's on HBO. There's a second part tonight. Veronica and I watched it last night. I had to get up and walk out. I was like, I can't take this. Like, it was like so disturbing to me. And I think, I don't know, just having kids and like thinking like how you get brainwashed and like not be able to like know what's going on. If you get a chance to watch it, it's really interesting. And you don't know if they're lying or not, but God, man, when two of them come out at the same time, say the exact same fucking story, man, it's hard to say they're lying. You know what I mean? So anyway, why I told you that, I don't know. Great show. I liked watching TV. You guys like watching TV? I like watching TV. All right, so where are we at? 5:18. I'm 3 minutes late. I'm 3 minutes late, Charlie. I need a production assistant keeping me. This thing falls over a lot. I got the review for the Fallout by Purge donated. He didn't donate it. It's his. I'm sending it to him. But Gary let me use this for the review. So I'll be having that out. Gun Vapor, how you doing, man? Great to see you. There he is. What Tick Mike? I was looking for you, Mike. I didn't see you down there. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Tommy Vapors. What's up, Tommy? How are you? Nick Devine. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Great to see you. I'm happy you're here, man. All right, so here we go. Mr. Dylan, Mr. Vaping Elevator Guy. Like I said, I've known Dylan for a little over a year. Very active in our community. He's one of those guys that builds constantly. And honestly, I'll tell you my experience with Dylan. And he reminded me of this story today. I used to do a lot of lives on IG and building lives on IG. And I did a lot more back then. I did a lot more tutorials. And I kind of tried to copy Nick. And Nick was doing them on YouTube. And then like I would kind of try to teach what I had learned and what I had learned from Nick and from other builders, not just Nick, but other builders as well. And some of the things that I had used that had worked. And I would get on IG and I would do a build. And it was an hour. Like you can only stream for an hour on IG before it shuts off. So I'd have an hour. And I typically get through a build and I'd explain how I did it and things like that. And I did all kinds of builds back then. And, you know, pretty much everything you can possibly think of. And Dylan, Vaping Elevator Guy, he would always watch. And at the time, you know, he was just starting out. He hadn't really gotten into it a lot. And he reminded me of the story today. He said that he watched a live that Drip Kid New York and I did. And I remember it. And I remember that we were talking about doing pitchforks and getting even spacing on pitchforks. And back then it was like really dry. Because IG, I didn't have to have a personality. I just did my thing. You know what I mean? People watched it for the content and not so much to be entertained. And so we were doing it on how to do spacing. Drip Kid had a really, really good way of doing spacing. And we were like, well, why don't we just do a live and we'll show how to do it. Well, he watched it. And at the end, we started talking about aliens. We started talking about alien math and things like that and kind of threw that in there. Well, he took that and he told me today, he's like, you know, I had kind of given up on that build and on aliens. He said, I hadn't really tried it. And he said, then I started watching you and I started trying to get back into aliens again. He said, then I finally got it. And it really means a lot to me that somebody would say that I helped them in some way move to like the next level. And now Dylan is like blows away my builds completely, but that I was able to like help him, you know, get to that next level, or maybe, I guess in a way kind of, you know, maybe helped him stick with it. Because when you get to a point with aliens or you get to a point with staggers, you can really give up. You really can't give up unless you're willing to really put in the time and put in the effort and learn and ask questions and do all that and put yourself out there. You have to look foolish. You know, sometimes you have to be like, I don't know how to fucking do this, and have to have somebody tell you. People in the community are really good at helping though. And anyway, he learned how to do aliens. He kept moving on. He reminded me of that story today, and I thought I would share that. Dylan. So I started watching Dylan's builds around then. I was still on IG. And I remember, I thought Dylan was pretty good and, his builds, but he hadn't really gotten to a level yet that he would gain any real attention. He's building, he was moving, progressing. And I think, so there was a time when I kind of abandoned IG. I really did. And I watch a lot of builders now. I feel like it's kind of my job. And I didn't watch any. And I had a lot of people wanting to be featured, and I was just featuring people, and I really neglected my IG. I just didn't get on there, and, I was losing followers, and I was like, I don't care. I've moved to YouTube, and I'm not really worried about that. And one day it just dawned on me. I was like, well, I need to really get after my IG again. And I went back on there, and, like, one of the first people I saw was VapingElevatorGuy. And it was like, I don't know, maybe 4 months. Like, I hadn't been on there really, 3 months. And he had progressed, like, incredibly. I was like, holy shit. I was like, who? And I first saw it. I was like, who is this? And I looked at his VapingElevator. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, he is, like, out of this world now. He's really, really, really good. And so I contacted him, and that's when we started. It was back in September. We started working on, well, I had asked him to be featured. I was like, dude, I want to feature you. I was like, you're, like, blowing it away out there. And this back in, like, maybe August. He said, okay. And he came back to me. He's like, would you, I was like, I want to feature Canada too. And he's like, well, let me get all that together. So he's like, you feature me and feature Canada. I was like, well, I want to feature you alone, and Canada. Like, I don't want to just feature Canada and you. I want to feature you alone and with Canada. So he worked on that. He sent me an extra package, and that's where we're at today. So it's really almost like, literally like 7 months in the making. 7 months to get Dylan here and get him featured. And I'm really, honestly thrilled to show you guys his work and his progression and some of the creativity and beauty that he brings into the art. Just absolutely second to none. And I just absolutely adore the guy. The guy's just a stand-up, very friendly, great guy, willing to help anybody and do anything for anyone, and just a great guy. So, without further ado, I bring you Mr. Vaping Elevator Guy. We take you down to the desktop. You're going to see me go a little bit of Matrix action here for a second, then I'll bring up the laptop. Oh, I did it again! No! No, 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 no! You know what that means? I got to shut it down and reboot it. I'll be quick. I'll be super quick. I'll be right back. Stay where you are. Don't move. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I got to shut down OBS and bring it back up because I got to run on my other video card. Fuck. I'll be right back. He's back. He's the man behind the mask. Remember that Alice Cooper song about Jason? Did you miss me? I'm back. Heard you miss me, I'm back! All right. Again, without further ado, I bring you Mr. Vaping Elevator Guy. All right, let's go down to the laptop. And there we go. Dylan is a member of Team Canada. He has almost 2,200 followers. Hopefully this week we can get him over 2,200 followers. I'd really, really appreciate it if everybody would follow him. He's got some hella sponsors here. Got Kidney Puncher, Trinity Glass, Official Hell Vape, Asmodus, RNK, Dat White Stuff, and Sugar Vapor. All right, we're going to start out with this build here. Now, this is one that I featured today on my IG page, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The photography, the build, everything. So, what you are looking at is a decore off a massive, massive wire. He then he interlocked it with a micro Clapton and then another low gauge big wire. He then took one core, how the old school aliens were originally done, and cored it around that, or put that as the core. Just looking at this here is absolutely beautiful. I think what makes it so beautiful to me is how subtle it is. I mean, there's a lot going on with it. It's obviously a very challenging build to do. Obviously a very challenging install, but he nails everything about it. And I just think it is absolutely gorgeous. One of the top 3 builds I've seen this year, right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Another little color shot of that. You can actually see the one core there, which is, I'm assuming that's probably 22 gauge that he's got in there. For those of you who don't know, the original aliens were made on a single core, and this is how they looked. They weren't 3-core. Absolutely gorgeous. Here we go with another build here in the Rebirth. This appears to be a those appear to be Sukas. He's got spaced Suka with a staggered Suka on the outside. Beautifully done. No gaps at all in his staggers. His wrap is perfect. As far as the turn that he did in the actual Suka ribbon is absolutely perfect. Lines up on every single turn perfectly. If you look up here, I think you can see my cursor. If you look up here at that angle right there, that coil is fucking gorgeous. Look at the color on that. The spacing's perfect. How everything lays together perfectly at that angle. Just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful build, man. I'm going to give you the overhead here as well. Here's a little bit of a colored up version of the same coil. If you look at this coil across the top, the one that is the bridge coil between the two, or the bridge wrap that goes across, and just look at how beautifully he has that staggered together. It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautifully done, sir. That's a fat coil. It's a very fat coil. It looks like he's got about 10 pieces of ribbon framed up with probably 28. Then on the outside, that's at least 26. That may be 28, 24 gauge on the outside for that final wrap. Beautifully done, man. A lot of time and effort to put that together. Here we go with a little alien Suka. Over dual corrugated on the inside, kind of giving you the shutter look, like looking through a window with open shutters or open blinds, so you can actually see into that corrugated piece. Beautiful photography, great color transfer from the purple over to the gold across the coil. Absolutely gorgeous. Got that beautiful alien swoop. One thing about this build that is extremely difficult to do is keep those cores from collapsing, especially with two separate corrugated pieces in there, a double corrugated. It wants to collapse all fucking over itself. It wants to collapse all over itself. With the core being that wide and with using ribbon, which is naturally going to pull harder than some 40 gauge or 38 gauge, we're talking about 0.2 ribbon. It's still 32 gauge. So that is a really impressive build that he kept it flat and it's that beautiful. Takes extreme skill to get something like that. Here's a dual. Of course, he duals it up. Beautiful, man. Beautiful photography. Look at this monster. My God. There is so much going on with this coil. I see stitched razor hawks. I see Felixes. There's a staple in the middle of that Felix holding it apart, keeping those two helixes apart. Beautifully executed. It's 3D. What he did was he's got a mohawk down here or a stitched razorback on the bottom, another stitched razorback here, and then inside of that he puts that Felix and then follows it up on both sides with the stitched mohawk or the stitched razor hawk. Beautifully done, man. Here's a little bit better of a picture you can see. Oh, and on the inside he has a Felix with a corrugated piece inside of it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Got the Inception just to kind of add a little bit of flavor to it. Beautiful color. Very well done. I was looking at this one today. This almost reminds me of some kind of ivy or something. Oh, okay. This is Call Me Mr. Build. So sorry, call me Mr. Unbelievable builder. I think they had a build off, and I think that was what that was. What was. Stable stagger fuse Clapton variation. He has two pieces of twisted. Looks like two pieces of twisted square wire framed around, 4 pieces of ribbon. On the outside, he used staggered frames, or maybe staggered round wire with 2 pieces of ribbon on the outside. And then he staggered it, stagger 1, skip 2, stagger another. Again, with this large core wanting to move, keeping those staggers with that really fine 40 gauge wire, keeping that from bending or showing like a bend in the wire, the fuse wire, is extremely difficult. And he's done beautifully. Great spacing all the way through. Really good idea to add that parallel with a piece of 26 or whatever he put next to it. Gives you a really good boundary and color, breaks it up. Absolutely beautiful, man. Here we go. Now, this is my style right here. This is a gigantic hybrid. And what he's got here is I don't know how many pieces of ribbon. I'm going to go for it and try to... I think he's got about 20 pieces of ribbon. Maybe 22 or 24. So we're talking about a gigantic core here. Alien, probably 38 gauge or 40 gauge alien into an alien Suka. Or is that square wire? That might be square wire, actually. Cross. Let's see if we can get a better picture of that. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's square wire. That's not ribbon. That's an actual square wire alien. That's a build that I tried live and I didn't get it. And he does it over this gigantic core. So we got 5, 10, 15, I think 22 pieces. I'm going to guess it's 22. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the install on it too, how he brings it across each other. Looks really, really awesome, man. Oh, and that's is that an interlock? Is the second coil an interlock? It very well may be. I think that's an interlock. So he goes alien, interlock, square, alien, interlock, alien. Beautifully done. Square wire spaced alien, I'm assuming. So 4 core 0.3 wire inside, triple parallel alien. So those are 3 different fuses that are wrapped around there, spaced. Very well done. Great color, great install. Really unique on his install there. Holding 2 coil jigs together and wrapping it like that. Very cool idea. Beautifully done, man. 4 core 0.3. Beautiful vape too, guys. 4 core square wire is fucking phenomenal. Here we go with another. This is the build we showed when I did Ohm Canada. This is 24 gauge inside a 42 gauge. So that's a 24 gauge wire with 42 gauge Clapton. And then I don't know what he wrapped in order to get that type of alien, but it's very similar to the one that I showed you at the beginning. Beautiful Clapton on there, spaced perfectly. And just a really sexy build. Look at this. Micro Clapton Inceptions. Looks like he has an interlock on the outside. And a triple or double parallel, triple parallel alien on the inside. Here we go with a little bit better view of it. Yeah, that's a micro Clapton interlock on the outside inception coil. And then on the inside, I'm going to show you a couple things I like about this. Okay, first off, I really like the symmetry of it, how everything is perfectly placed against each other. That you can almost cut it in half and be identical. Too, I really like that he has the leads hanging out of the back of that death wish. I think that's really fucking cool. that he left it like that to kind of show you the little bit of like madness that went into the actual coil, and then the beauty of it here. The colors on it are fantastic. I'm assuming that's a 30 mil Death Wish, I'm guessing. Just a beautiful build, man. Very consistent all the way through. Beautifully done. Looks like he has a twisted square wire, maybe a square wire. Parallel alien. 2 fuses, beautifully done. Here's a better picture of that dualed up. Wow, that's gorgeous. And that in the middle there, that might be a parabolic. At first I thought it was a twisted piece of square wire, but I believe that's a parabolic. Beautiful color on that. The gold back into a little bit of purple. Beautifully done, man. Here we go with a polished alien. Absolutely gorgeous. Beauty in the dot mod RDA. Beautiful color on that. Absolutely gorgeous. Do not vape polish builds, by the way. If you're ever thinking of vaping one, do not do it. You'll never get all the metal fragments off of it. Beautifully done. Look at this picture. Wow. Those are some big ass cores, man. 20 gauge and 28 gauge on the outside. Look at that. Amazing. That 28 gauge had to be brutal on the hands. Here we go with a cage build on the inside, then inceptioned on the outside. On the inside, Staples Stagger Fuse Clapton, 2 of them, caged in with a piece of probably 24 or 22 gauge. On the outside, you have a staple frame with 2 pieces of ribbon frames, 4 pieces on either side, staggered and fused. He skip fused it. Beautiful execution, beautiful build, great color, great picture, everything, man. Checks all the boxes. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's a better picture of that. Beautifully done. Now, I forget what they call something parabolic. There's an actual name for this double alien opening. I can't remember exactly what you call it, but somebody had told me the other day. Very cool, though. Inside here, he's got a piece of, looks like a parabolic, and then on the either side of that, a piece of ribbon, then 2 small staples, 2 pieces of round wire, and then that really consistent wrap across it. It looks really beautiful, man. Wow, look at this. There's beauty in some simplistic builds, and this is gorgeous. Ribbon and twisted wire Clapton, paralleled with a piece of round wire. Beautiful color. Another picture from the top of it here. And you can tell where his camera, he changed his camera. When he went up here, started stacking and stuff like that, his photos, and then back down here, I believe it looked like he might have been using a camera phone. Alien decor installed in the 1.5 goon. Beautifully done. Great install. Pain in the dick to do that, and it looks fantastic. Square Hawk. Wow, that's a fantastic picture. Alien paralleled with a piece of Clapton wire. Very fat core, a mixture of square wire with ribbon next to it, framed in with some round wire. Beautiful colors. He got really, really good colors on it. He mixed it. Looks like he mixed his alloys as well to get different colors through the coil. Beautifully done, man. Excellent work. Another polished build. That almost does. He calls it the medieval feast. And it does look medieval to me. Like something you would see in some kind of torture chamber or something in the Middle Ages. Absolutely fantastic. And then here we go. Look at this. Pitchfork. Beautifully done, man. Absolutely gorgeous. It actually looks like he changed it up a little bit as he did it with his staggering. Little side boob action for you. Let's take a look at it straight on. Hybrid stovetop. So that does make sense. He has a staple stagger fuse clapped on the outside pitchfork, and then back into the staple stagger fuse or the pitchfork at the end. Absolutely gorgeous, man. How you did it, I don't know, but it's gorgeous. Look at the spacing on this. Spaced alien with some super high gauge wire. It is, the spacing on it is absolutely gorgeous. Perfect spacing. Keeping that spacing that good with that light of wire and actually getting the install and getting it to look that good takes a lot of fucking work. Oh, here we go. These are my style. Giant 24 ply staple. I can actually see the ribbon going all the way inside. So you got 24 ply staple. Beautiful colors. A little heat reaction up there on hot spots. Gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. There you go. Quadruple Suka. Hell, it might be more than that. It looks like 4 or 5 pieces. Wow, look at this. Enigma. Inception on the outside of it. He's got a gigantic with a twisted Clapton over top of it. Gigantic frame staple. The twisted Clapton over top. Little bridge build. Little hybrid bridge build here. Wow, a lot of work there, man. That might be the same coil we just looked at, just from a different angle. That's a lot of coil there, man. A lot of freaking work. Beautifully done. Coil we were looking at before. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a quadruple or quint. 6 pieces. So it's a, how do you say it? A sextet? Is that how you say it? 6 pieces. Beautifully done. Wow. Double corrugated Enigma. Again, keeping that from collapsing is absolutely brutally difficult. Great spacing on the Enigma. Perfect. The ridge is right in the middle, exactly where it should be. Beautifully done, sitting in that Warrior RDA. Here's a color shot of that. Let's grab that one. Beautiful color on that. Gold into the purples, paralleled with a piece of round wire. Beautifully done, man. Here we go with a micro Suka. How do you say it? Alien something. There you go. The outside here is a piece of ribbon that is Suka'd for the outer coil. Wow, beautiful. Look at this from the top. It's gorgeous. That's Proby. That's one of my favorite coils of 2019 as well as 2018. Gorgeous. Here we go with a 34 gauge tricore decore that will tricore alien decore that with some luck. 34 gauge alien there. Beautifully done. That's back in October. Twisted Clapton, beautifully done. Inside of that, he has a corrugated piece that he looks like he helixed on the inside of it. Beautiful angle on that photo. I really like how you shot that. Here's another one straight on. Look at the color on that. Gorgeous. Beautiful shot, man. A little blurry there. I can't really see everything going on, but absolutely gorgeous. The Trinity build stitched. Wow, I really like that a lot. Very tight wrap. Beautifully done, man. Where's I get a bigger picture of this one? Another hybrid. Beautiful colors. A lot of action in this coil here. Using those 5 pieces of ribbon as his stagger point, open frames. Little braid action. 5 loop fishtail. 25-34. 25 gauge core, 34 gauge braid. Well, that, my friends, is Vaping Elevator Guy. Isn't that fucking fantastic? Bravo, sir. Absolutely bravo. Fucking fantastic. Thanks so much for letting me feature you, man. Just an absolute blast. Now, this week, you have a chance to win not only, I think he's got an RDA. I got to double check. I'm pretty sure you're going to win 3 sets of coils and an RDA from Vaping Elevator Guy. So, to enter that, you're going to have to repost a picture from Vaping Elevator Guy's page. The link is not below. I forgot to update the link. I will update it directly after this broadcast. I will update it. I forgot. Give me a break. I was super busy today at work. I was on call. It sucked. All right, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to do another After the Shame. It'll be number 4. So it'll be a recovery day. If you're not interested in that, that's what it'll be. But we'll do some recovery talk. I haven't really picked a topic yet. One thing I do want to talk about is in this month's Vape News, if you know, familiar with the publication, Vape News, there's an article on me and Yeti and DroptheShame. It's like a 3-page article. There's a big picture of me in there. It's kind of crazy. I just saw it before I came live. I was like, holy shit. It's like a big article in there about us. So there's an article going to be in Vaping News this month. If you can pick one up, you should maybe pick it up if you want. But we're going to DroptheShame is going to be featured in the magazine. So check it out. There's some quotes in there from me about being an alcoholic in recovery, about being an alcoholic not in recovery, and things like that. Angela Garrity is the one who interviewed Yeti and I about the article, and it's been a long process. We've been talking to her for a while. DroptheShame isn't gone. It's just not in production right now. But we still have After the Shame, and DroptheShame can come back at any time. So those of you who are in recovery that would be interested in getting it, and get it. I think I might get a couple copies of it. I don't know. I hope so. What was that? I think I'll probably get a couple copies of it just to keep around. Pretty cool. Makes me feel really good, and I hope that some people see it and actually maybe get interested in recovery. If that's the entire intention of doing all this stuff, is to get people that could have a problem or so that know somebody that has a problem, to get them the help that they need. So, Bobby, they have a website. Vaping News has a website, and I think that'd be your best bet. I don't know if you have to buy a subscription or if you can buy like one. I would assume you could just buy one. It's also electronically distributed as well. I have an electronic copy, but I don't really want to send that one out. There he is, Vaping Elevator Guy, man. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for joining, Dylan. Oh, dude, it's my honor, man. I'm honored to have you. Do the dance again. It's coming up, Lou. Lou freak now. The dance is coming on my exit. I had to update it today. Did you guys like the little cat video I did in the beginning? It's not mine. It's not my cat video. I'm actually editing. I'm using bits and pieces of that for a entirely new intro that I'll probably have done by this summer. Because I'm fucking suck at doing it. I'm trying to put together a really cool intro, and that's part of the one I'm going to use. Some of that in there, the slow motion Black Panthers. Fucking cool, isn't it? Oh, right on, Bobby. Good to hear, man. Yeah, that's excellent, dude. Yeah, I've been recovering now about 2 years this time. Yeah, congratulations, man. Cut you on the Bluetooth in the truck. That's fucking terrible. How you doing, dude? Angela is super cool. Surprised me because we didn't know, since we hadn't done Drop the Shame, we didn't know if we were going to get it in there or not. It's free. I didn't know it was free. I didn't know it was free. Yeah, I'm not getting anything for it. I know that. Not for that. Not for money at all. Yeah. Yeah, so we got to go to Facebook after this at 6 o'clock. I have a step-up waffle to do for 2 spots in... Oh, I need to talk about this. So there's 3 spots left in the Overlord Mech Mod giveaway. Now, 2 of those are going to be taken up by the step up, which I'm doing directly after this at 6 o'clock. I also have up a rig, which let me show you guys this thing. Now, if anybody knows the unfortunate circumstances of American-made products, they lost a very important member of our community a few months ago, and somebody that everybody loved, and nobody's really sure of the actual fate of what's going to happen with rig. But I love their products, and I think anybody who's ever used them loves them to death. I was lucky enough to get, this is number 49. So, number 49 Rig V3 Burnt Bronze. It's a fucking gorgeous mod, dude. 18650. It is absolutely gorgeous. This comes with the 20S. There's a waffle up, $20 a spot at 12 spots. A fucking steal, man. You're not going to find these. I'm telling you right now. Go look for them. Go look for them. Go look for Rig V3s and see if you can find a burnt bronze one. I bet you can. Like a Rig Pig, all that stuff, man, you cannot fucking find them. So that's up there too. $20. Also a step up for this one. If anybody wants to join that, it's on the Facebook page. Facebook page link is below. So go in there and look for it. If you want to join, hit join. You can join them all. But we got 1 spot left in the Overlord. After I get these 2, we're going to have 1 spot left. So anybody wants to join, I'll pull that waffle tonight and we'll give that Overlord away. It comes with 3 sets of coils, 30T battery, cotton, all kinds of stuff. I don't think it comes with cotton, but it will. And then soon, it's going to be coming with the waffles will be coming with juice with 3 bottles, 360 mils of Rogue ELiquid. So Rogue ELiquid, I have an account with, and I bought some. I heard their stuff's really good, so I bought some stuff from them to put in for some of the giveaway. Got a good deal on it, so I put some of that in there. If you ever tried it, it has a really good reputation. So we're gonna do some of that and add some of that to it as well. You want to take it, Matt? Take it. Take it. And as soon as you do that, it's closed, and then I'm gonna pull that one, and then at 7, I'll pull the main one. Okay. So that's how we're gonna do it. So just send me the money. I'll get you in spot 11. I'll close it to the step up, because what's going to happen when I do the step up at 6, they're picking their slots. There's only going to be 1 slot left. So if you want one of those 3, get in there and pick it now. If you don't want that, then I would seriously look at getting the rig. I really would. And quite frankly, I was going to keep it. I was going to keep it, but situationally, financially, I just can't afford to keep it. So I have to get rid of it. But yeah, so that's that. If you got Dreamers, I got my Dreamers in today. The box was smashed open, but everything's there, thank God. So if I talk to you about a Dreamer, then I have those for you as well, and I will get those out on this weekend. And then a couple other people asking for them. Just contact me, and I can try to help you out. I will put you in contact with somebody who can help you. I'm not allowed to sell anything on here, so can't do that. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining. You have a fantastic lineup tonight. First off, you have one of my favorite shows on the YouTubes. Vaping with the Homies is on at 8 o'clock. Fantastic show. Just great guys. Great information. Very dedicated to the advocacy stuff, building, DIYing, all kinds of stuff, and just really cool. This is a bunch of really cool dudes. So that's on at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, you got Fresh from the Kitchen. 10, and then I think Plumes moved to Wednesday. You also have Mountaineer Vapes, our guest from the Vape Hot Tub. I believe they're on at 9 or 9:30, somewhere in there. So that will be on as well. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I absolutely love you guys. You guys are the best. I will see you tomorrow with an episode of After the Shame, episode 4. I don't know what it's going to be about. I tell you what it's not going to be about. It's not going to be about vaping. Well, it probably might be. This will be me talking for an hour. If you like that, then you'll like it. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow on the Vape 5. I love you. Thank you. See you soon.